Hi, welcome to Calvin Future. The topic for today is the philosophy of life. Um, I just wanted to go over a few areas, uh, such as maybe existentialism, maybe a bit of metaphysics, some religion, sociology, but I'll try and be quick. Yeah. So the question is, what is life? Um, a question to you. How do you define life? Is it work? Is it pleasure? Play? Is it stress or fun? Happiness? Is it love? Death? Life? Life, the philosophy of life, I don't think has anyone actually talked about it. We talk about the philosophy of law, the philosophy of religion, the philosophy of knowledge, but do we actually talk about the philosophy of life? I mean, have you actually considered that? What philosopher from Socrates to Nietzsche, from Heraclitus to Plato, from Plato to Aristotle, who has actually talked about it? And it's a hard question. I mean, many physicists, such as Albert Einstein, try to define life in terms of quantum mechanics and gravity and relativity. Stephen Hawking tries to call it a brief history of time. You know, Bertrand Russell tries to use the problems of philosophy and calls it mathematical deductions. Even Sherlock Holmes tries to call it the science of deduction. But no one actually has the answer, because the answer actually lies with God. And when you look at the moon and the stars and nature, you look at how everything works together and how nature doesn't waste anything, how what goes in always comes back out, and the nature recycles life. Everything it's perfect in its harmony. And yet it's not perfect because man is plagued by sin and lust, jealousy, strife, war. So it comes down to the question of how willing are you to do good against evil? How willing are you to do the right thing when it counts? Because life gives you opportunities to make choices, and it's how you use those choices and make those choices that defines life. And I feel as though life is becoming a bit stranger. Like, as the Joker from Batman says, something like, the more you become, the more stranger you become. I forgot the quote by Joker, but anyway, you can talk about any philosopher from John Locke to John Stuart Mill and his utilitarianism, or Karl Marx's Marxism, Nietzsche's postmodernism, Jean-Paul Sartre's existentialism, his book on being and non-being. You can talk about all philosophy, but they don't explain life. It's just a book. There's no laws. There's nothing perfect about philosophy. It's just talk. They go on and on. It's like what I'm doing right now. I'm going on and on. And sometimes talking too much about a subject you don't understand is at the end vanity, because you're talking about something that you don't know. And with all of the reputation that the ancient Greeks have on philosophy, no one has ever said, no one actually criticizes it. You go, oh wow, Aristotle's so smart, Socrates is so smart, Plato, he's so smart, but do you actually criticize them? The only one that criticized them was, hold on. Hi, I'm back. Yeah, so sorry about that. The only one that, oh, hold on 1 second. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have to end this video because I live like with other people, and it's just too hectic to carry on. So, yeah, thanks for listening, and sorry about the ending. I hope I could have ended it better, but I suppose that's the philosophy of life.